Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Kreepers and I'm here today to talk about the new patch. The new patch did not just introduce IO, as many people know. It also introduced a lot of changes to characters, including a new battle pass and even a new DLC. So I'm gonna go through all of these things, show you some footage in the back so you can understand what I'm talking about, and in the end I want you guys to go down in the comments down below and let me know what you thought of this entire patch. Is there anything that you like or hate, or do you feel like that there was something that should have been done more? You know, completely up to you. Let me know your feedback down below. Let's discuss that on the comments, but for now, let me talk to you about the patch itself. Let's start off with IO, because I know that a lot of people are interested in IO. Let's go straight into her. And IO is a support, a female support. She's also supposedly the moon. In case you guys don't know about the lore, you can go and check it out on my channel. I have a few videos these past few days related to her lore. She basically has a light bow as her main weapon, and it does 400 damage every 0.6 seconds. I believe that she has around 10 ammo, and you know, it's pretty much like a Cassie bow, but it's just named light bow. And then for her right click, which is her heal. Right click, basically I would say that it's something related a little bit with the Moira heal on Overwatch, but you do have to look on the direction of somebody to lock it. So if after you lock on that person, the right click, you can move away a little bit, but not too much, because if you do break line of sight with that champion, with that person you're trying to heal, it will stop healing. So you will know when you can heal, because the ability will be blurred out or just gray and will not let you heal unless you're close to somebody and have the energy necessary, because it is by energy. You have an energy bar, and when that energy bar goes down, you can no longer use it. You have to let it regenerate on its own. It regenerates on its own, but there's cards and there's other things that will help you get the moon energy, the moonlight back, so you can heal more people faster. It heals around 135 every 0.15 seconds, so it may not look like a lot, but it is, trust me. Of course, cauterize is always the big flaw on this and will break it completely. As for her, basically her, I think it's her Q or her F, depends basically on the keys that you have binded for you, but she has as her third ability the Garden Spirit. This is the fox named Luna, and you can basically summon Luna to a place. Now initially it's going to be it's going to take 18 seconds for you to, after she dies, because she can die, after she dies you have 18 seconds to summon the fox. After that, after she has been summoned, you can take 8 seconds to then call her to a new location. So you cannot just spam different locations and she moves. She will have to be, you know, there's a cooldown. She will have to wait to be summoned to somewhere else. So as you can see here, and you may wonder, okay, so what does the fox do? The fox will automatically attack the nearby enemies, and it will do 2 light attacks and then a third attack that it's a little bit harder. But if every time you summon, actually not even that, she has an internal cooldown. I think it's about 15 seconds. So every 15 seconds there's a little symbol by your avatar on the left side underneath your health that will be filling up. As soon as that little avatar, the little symbol, fills completely, the next target you hit with your light bow, she will go straight into it, bite it, make it stunned and deal some damage possibly, and then goes back into the place where she was. So you can do crazy plays with this, but you sort of can already see she has a HP. She can self-heal with time out of combat. So if she's in a place that there's nobody attacking her or anything like that, she can, you know, she can just self-heal with the out of combat mode. She can be healed by other players, including your right click itself. All right, and the most important part of all of this, she can actually capture and contest objectives. It is insane, I know, but she can be destroyed with bulldozers. So there you have it. Now onto her movement ability, Lunar Leap. And in case you already heard about this, this is basically the same ability that Nath has on Smite. She just jumps into the air backwards. So it's like a withdraw and a flutter of the Willow basically together. You go back. So you can just, just retreat a little bit from the fight so you can get a little bit of a distance to start hitting again. A little extra that I forgot to mention, the damage you do with your bow, the light bow, will never lose damage on distance, and it will always go straight in a straight line, so you can shoot from across the map and still deal 400 damage. Pretty good. And now finally for the ultimate, and I already know that there's going to be memes about this. The ultimate is named Be Gone. Yes, Beyond Thought. You can say it. It's up to you. Go down in the comments and just spam it. But basically, the ultimate, it is a projectile ahead of the fox that you can just send on basically a direction. It will go in a straight line, but if it hits the ground, it will just go with the ramps and whatever it is there. And until every enemies that stand in front of this fox will be dragged along with it until it finally hits a wall. When hitting the wall, it will deal 800 damage. So you can sort of see here in the idea. I'm not entirely sure if it actually blows up and if it does 800 damage 2 times. I think not. I think it only deals 800 damage as soon as it hit the wall. So it's pretty much almost like the pinned ability from Reinhardt of Overwatch, where you go in a straight line, you lock that person, it goes into a wall, and when it hits the wall, it deals the damage. So there you have it. Now into her talents. I'm only going to be talking about the talents, not about cards. She has 3 different talents. Her first talent, named Lifelink, basically allows you to make the Luna, the fox, heal people around her for 300 HP per second. So in an AoE, pretty good. Her second talent, Goddess Blessing, it will give damage reduction to people who are being healed by your moonlight. And then we have finally Sacrifice. This is more of a flanking damage sort of talent, where IO, if she falls beneath 200 HP, she will basically switch places with Luna. If a Luna is active, you have to have the fox active, okay? So if the fox is active, you will switch places with her, and she dies instead of you. So there you have it. It also has an internal cooldown of 60 seconds, so you can only do this like one time each minute. Now, on to the extra things. Now, as for the hunt, I'm just going to tell you this much. There's going to be a link in the description for some patch notes. Those are the Reddit patch notes currently, but here are some of the changes. I'm just going to say them like really fast. In Drox's, they fixed the problem with the lockout bug, after a dash. Dredge, the ultimate, it was basically not being right, on the way that you were aiming at, so they fixed that. Imani's dragon will no longer T-pose, in the middle of the map and just starts falling down. That will never happen again. Moji, she can no longer shoot her familiar spray, which is her like fire that she shoots with one of the heads when she's being silenced. Okay. Strix, there was a problem. She could basically insta-shoot really fast due to an animation skip bug. It's no longer there. Torvald basically had a shield apparently when being transformed into like chickens and so on. It's been fixed, no longer is there. And Ying basically now has the proper particles of the animations and so on for the replicant Ying. Now, after that we have a couple of bugs that are also being under investigations, like the lag on the EU region, the servers, Terminus, and so on. There's a lot of bugs still being under investigation, but there should be patch notes again on the Paladin's website itself. On the latest news, you should check out for the patch notes, and it should be there saying which bugs are under investigation. Now, let's go into the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass shows, like the previous Battle Pass, the current one that we have right now, which, by the way, I do have a giveaway in the description. All right, if it's not active anymore, then you're a little bit late, but still, I got a giveaway for that Battle Pass. But for the new Battle Pass, it's named the Shore Patrol. All right, and in this Battle Pass, we have 4 skins and 4 recolors of those skins. One recolored for each one of them, and I'm not going to show you like voice lines or anything like that. I'm just going to show you really quick a little bit of gameplay of each individual skin. First off, we have Kainessa. The Shore Patrol Kainessa looks really, really good. The weapon looks like a water gun. I think the mines don't change visually, but they do have like this watery effect on top of them. Also, the teleportation. She looks really good on the skin herself. Then after Kainessa, we have Koga, looking pretty lit. Koga with 2 little water machine guns as well, SMGs, whatever you want to call them, look really, really good. The blades are pretty much like those little, I don't know the lifeguards, I don't know the name for it, but you guys can understand what they are. The blades look really, really nice, like basically the lifeguard stuff. And then we got Fernando, which basically changes completely. A shirtless Fernando, just like Koga. He only has the shorts, basically, has some tattoos. His weapon looks like a water gun as well. A lot of people were saying that it was like a little shark or something. It is not. We also have the shield being changed as well, having watery effect when it opens up, really good. And then finally at level 50, which looks really crazy, it is the Shore Patrol Leon. I personally said that this skin, it was not necessary, but after hearing the sound effects and so on of the skin, it looks awesome. It looks really, really good. I loved it. It's actually really good. They did amazing work with this, and the reason why these skins are here now is because they have been in development for a very long time already. So for those people who said, Leon already has a lot of skins, this was being already in development a long time ago, right? They were thinking of this from the previous year, so you can have an idea. And finally, we have the golden skins. 3 golden skins coming out. One is for IO, pretty simple, all right? That was obvious. A new champion comes out, a golden skin comes out. Then we have the golden Kainessa, whatever you want to say it, I don't care. Looks really, really good as well. And then we got the golden Leon. So Leon has an extra skin, okay, sure. We maybe see, they could have gone for like the Fernando golden skin instead of the Leon, since we already have so many Leon skins. But also Fernando just received the skin recently, so that was, it was nothing like that crazy or wow. All right, and then we have a DLC. In this DLC, there is a mount and 200 crystals, and it costs $9.99. So $10 basically, and the mount is the Sacred Wolf that comes from Ram Royale. So if you already know this mount, it is pretty much the same. I think it only has like some better effects on the metal. It looks really, really good. So yeah, up to you guys if you want to buy it. Completely fine by you. Now let's go into the final part. The final part of this is basically balanced, but I'm going to be as fast as possible. And there's 2 changes you possibly want to know about: Lex and Andro. Let's go from those first, all right? Andro is gonna have a change to his Cursed Cylinder talent. This is on the talent only. It increases the damage of the weapon. It decreases the fire rate of the weapon as well. And they basically changed the name to Cursed Revolver. This is the old fire rate that we used to have, the old weapon and stuff that we had for Androxus. So the people who like those OG styles of playing with Androxus, there you have it. It's there, it's yours to test it out. I would love to see it as a base change and not a talent, but it's already better than nothing. Then as for Cassie, they decided to change big game. Instead of the extra damage after disengage, I think it's a disengage, right? After 6 seconds, it's now going to be 4 seconds. So it's not going to last as long. People will now have a window time to actually not stand hiding behind a wall for so long. It can just go after 4 seconds, a little bit better. So that's a good nerf. But they also changed the card, which they increased the internal cooldown from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. The card was named Somersault. Some people were saying that it was the reset on the dodge roll, so you guys can check that out later. Now on to Koga. Koga is gonna have an increased ultimate charge. Not too much, just as much as the other flanks, so pretty much his ultimate is now gonna be charging faster, and it also has 15% extra movement speed during the ultimate, so that's actually pretty good. Making the ultimate of Koga a little bit more viable, because until so far it would either be just catching people off guard or with combos of other ults, and to be fair, it's not really good if you can only do it like that. Like anybody can just jump away with movements, abilities and so on, just you didn't kill anyone with that. So there you have it. And now for Lex, apparently this is a base change, which is good. they decided to change the weapons for Lex, as I was mentioning before. And Lex, his weapon is going to deal now more than twice of the damage, because it was 320 before and now it's going to be 680. They reduced the fire rate, so it's going to be feeling more powerful every time you shoot the weapon. So it's going to be feeling like more of a heavy shot. And it's no longer semi-automatic, so that's actually pretty good. And you will no longer lose accuracy when firing the weapon. The same thing goes for Androx's the Talon, okay? But this one is for the base change. Now on to the Maeve nerf. It's sort of like a nerf fix, if you want to call it. If you guys remember, Midnight, the ultimate, could actually be still used on top of CC immune champions. So if you're a Cassie ulting and you know you have CC immunity, guess what? If a Maeve would use her ult, you would still lose track of the map. You could see people still, but you couldn't see the rest of the map. Now, anyone who has CC immunity will no longer be affected by the ultimate of Maeve. That's sort of like a nerf fix, if you want to call it. So yeah, you have the idea. Moji just had a couple of changes to her collision size, so making it easier to pass by walls, entrances, and so on. Pretty good. Then we have Pip, which has been nerfed on his Moxie card, which was a card that was giving him extra heals after below 50% of his health. They reduced the percentage that each point on that card would give. So now you can go into a maximum of 30% extra healing instead of 50%. It's still pretty good, but you can sort of have here the idea of, how nerfed it was. Now on to Willow. Willow, she got some pretty heavy buffs. She's possibly going to be the new meta pick, and here's why. Her weapon, first of all, will no longer lose as much as damage. So if you're shooting like the furthest possible from a target, you're hitting the ground the furthest possible, that means that you're not going to be able to do more damage, a little bit, 10%. It's instead of 30% of your max damage, it's going to be 40, all right? So there you have it. You're going to be doing a little bit more damage on the furthest possible that you can hit a target. Flutter, which is the ability to run away, will now have increased range. And it's insane, trust me. The range on that thing now, damn, it's really good. And her ultimate will also be you will be able to move around a little bit better when turning. So the deceleration for the turning has been reduced. Pretty good. As for her cards, her card of Flitter, which basically was reducing the cooldown on Flutter, is now even going to reduce more. It's only by 0.1 second each point, but it's still good because in the end it will be 0.5 seconds with 5 points on the card. So that's really good. And finally we have Ying having two things changed. One of them is the talent. The focusing lens is now going to be dealing extra damage, not just the 150, a little bit more, 200 if you manage to hit the entire ticks of the normal attack of Ying. And finally, her normal weapon will now have reduced fall off damage. So there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for this patch. Looks pretty good for me, at least. There's a couple changes that maybe I would like to see other changes, not those changes. IO herself looks really lit. She's champion number 42. 42. The patch itself, it's named Sun and Moon, but the battle pass is named Shore Patrol. So there you have it. That's why it's Sun and Moon. Moon for IO, Sun for the battle pass of the summer, and it looks really good. This should only be hitting mid-July on the live servers, and it should be hitting day 20 or 21 on PDS of June. So if you're watching this today or tomorrow, doesn't matter, you sort of already have the idea. It's like Friday or Saturday. There you have it. Again, don't forget to go down the description, check it out if I have a giveaway right now. If I don't, follow me on Twitter, because usually on Twitter I do have my giveaways there as well. So go there and check it out. And finally, just to end the video, I do have a Discord that now it's public, and you can actually type there. You can actually talk there now. I opened up a chat. There's only one thing I'll let you know. I am not responsible for anything that happens there, so try not to be pricks, because I'm not even going to bother. But I will ban people if I see something going on at that precise moment. All right, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for watching. That'll be it for this patch. and I'll see you guys on PDS. I'll be doing streams with that. I want to see you guys there, so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys there. Bye bye, guys.